Supposed to be a hero. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome. 32 seconds to countdown. May God bless each and every one of you. Bang, bang, bang. 8:11 p.m., 9:17 on this beautiful September day. Episode 1000, baby. Episode 1000. How do we do it? How in gosh name did we do it? But we did it, baby. And we could do anything if we could do 1000 episodes. We could easily make $1 billion. You know what I mean? Like, these things look so doable to me. Let's break it down. Shout out to everybody here. God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Love is the strongest frequency. When you live in love, you cannot be denied. When you live in love, you cannot be denied. Remember that. It's the strongest frequency. So here we go. Let's get it in. Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Hold up on my 1000th episode. Hold on. Had to get the Labrador right anyway. Okay, might as well sport the suit jacket. You know what I mean? Had it in the background. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let me square away here. There we go. All right. Not a way to do your 1000th episode. Shout out to everybody here with the Labradorite shining. Let's see if we can get some essence for you. Where are you, baby? Where are you? Let's get it for them. Oh, that one. This one is a good one when it gets going. Anyway, we'll do that at another time. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, there it is. Wow. See it? That's what you're talking about. Anyway, shout out to everybody here. Let's get the music back up and running. Let's get it going. Oh, yeah, I'm on a pad that's a little higher than it used to be. I remember that now. My feet have been killing me during the live, so I added a pad that's just thicker for the feet. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's have a big sip of the lemon water. Let's break down Bitcoin like we do in episode 1000. Already a $100 super chat from Ernest Lee. Ernest, you've been so giving the last few weeks. I can't believe it. Very, very nice of you. Hope I have a long-standing relationship. Congratulations, Sam, for making it to episode 1000. From all of us at Decrypted Tax, we look forward to being here with you on episode 10,000. Shout out to my man Ernest Lee at decrypted.tax. Check them out. And I'm going to talk more about them, and we're going to go in depth probably every other day. God bless them. God bless Ernest Lee. Thank you so much for being here. The only thing I need is Jesus. God bless you, Salvatore Metello. Shout out to Lotmo Crypto. I got crypto, but I need a lot more. Shout out to my man Lotmo Crypto. God is love, 528. Zio Madong, Timmy 313, Crypto Billy in the house, and Harry Williams on this beautiful Sunday night as we get ready for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Every week. And I think that's like a Tantra charge as Bitcoin bounces off the low 400s back up to 26,536, still inside of this symmetrical triangle. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. We're going to show you the targets. We're going to show you what I'm seeing. We're going to show you what we're looking for. We are going to have so much fun in the next hour with Bitcoin. You're not going to believe it. Stay tuned. I'm excited. You should be excited. Together, we make the greatest show in all of cryptocurrency. Let's take a look at what happened here for this weekly candle close. Was it bearish? Was it bullish? Let's break it down. Shout out to Crypto Bellico for the $4.99. Congratulations on episode 1000. Happy to be a part of history with you and the lifers and see what the future holds for us. Lifers, baby. Episode 1000 tonight. It's surreal. I can't even believe it. It's kind of a strange feeling that we had hit 1,000 episodes. I remember looking at 900 and remembering, all right, I'm going to have to go through the summer. I'm like, that's July, August, September. And those 90 days have gone by so fast. It was like 100 days. Unbelievable. So shout out to everybody here for the $5 super chat, $4.99, and the $99. You people are amazing. Already blessing me with, what is it, $109.98. Unbelievable. God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all for being here and doing that. 296 people on the live, 130 likes. Let's get those likes all the way up to the watchers. Let's go, baby. Mr. Pow Pow, you just got green. My man. So here we go on the Coinbase USD chart. I'm going to double click on price action alone. Take away the moving averages and just look at everything. We got the VRVP and we got the weekly candle. Let's take a look here at what's happening for the weekly candle. All right. And honestly, it was the first green weekly candle in 5 weeks, if you can believe it. And September is usually not a good month. And so far, September hasn't been too bad. Let's take a look at the monthly candle. It is a green candle with wicks to the upside on the monthly. I mean, that shows buy pressure on the monthly. As you right here where these wicks kind of meet too, you can see that we're hitting that support zone on the monthly. Very interesting. Had we lost that, you can see monthly support is somewhere down at 22,000 or 23,340. Just if you wanted to be curious, just wanted to let you know. So let's take a look at where the weekly candle led us, what happened, where it began, and let's just talk about it. Remember when I used to kiss the weekly candle? It's been a long time. We used to make it super big and really just take a look at it. And there it is. Mwah, there you go. All right. We used to kiss the weekly candle. I remember that back in the day when I was even crazier than I am now. Okay, let's take a look here. We opened at 25,831 and 77 cents. The high was 26,892 and 65 cents. The low was 24,900 even. 24.9 even, which is very interesting. And we would close at 26,530 and 95 cents, up $699.19, up 2.71% on the week, a green candle. And definitely more buy pressure than sell pressure. If you can see the size of that wick to the downside, as we did go to as low as about 24.9, one of the best prices you could have grabbed Bitcoin. You couldn't been the last chance you got Bitcoin to get that low was back in June. So if you bought in June and then waited again to buy here, those were the best two prices for Bitcoin. All right, Crypto Plumber, happy Saturday. Can we check NAKA? It's been pumping for sure. And it's funny, I just got deja vu of Plumber asking about NAKA. All right. Make sure I got some. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just want to make sure I got that headroom, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. You have no idea how much I appreciate it and how much gratitude I have for this life that I get to live on YouTube. I always believed that it could happen. It was a dream. I sat at work. I used to sit there, and next thing you know, it's actually here every day of my life, and I don't take it lightly. I really appreciate it, and I want you to know that gratitude is the way we keep it going. So we lead to abundance through gratitude and everything in life. And so I go to sleep thankful for everything. Today was one of the best days of my life. I got to shop with my mom and my daughter, like two of my most favorite people in my life. Like, you couldn't ask for a better day, And it was a beautiful Sunday, and my wife cooked a beautiful meal. My sisters did go home. I had to say goodbye to my sisters, which, broke my heart. But my family was together when I woke up today. And, it was one of the best days you could have asked. One of the best days of my life, really, if I think about it. So grateful for just being with the people that I love. So let's take a look at our weekly resistance here too. Is it 26,760? Or, that's the next area we need to break back above. We're not too far from it. We break back above that, we can hold it. We can easily boom back up here to 28,000. And then kind of get on our way back to the upside here, right? So, very interesting. Very, very interesting how the weekly kind of held off here so far. So good with some strong weekly closings. And now the MACD starting to get towards the end of its rally, wants to turn, Stochastics are, oversold as all heck. Almost double bottomed here without even revisiting the top. Tells you, God is love. Way to go, Sammy. So amazing. Consistency is the key. Thank you for the inspiration and the love. Shout out to the wifer and the Price family. Thank you so much. God is love. 2333. Bless you and yours. Thank you so much for the love, man. So that's our weekly. I mean, what a strong weekly close. A bullish engulfing. You can put the last 3 weeks inside of this 1 week. That's a beautiful sign. It's like when you pump for 3 weeks and then you dump down and you lose all the gains of the week. Amazing, right? So this is a bullish sign, just for everybody knows here on the weekly candle close. Last time we had something like this, it did start the beginning of our new rally. Same thing here, first green candle after 3 weeks. First three, bigger green candle engulfing, even though we had a little one there, it just wasn't big enough. Shout out to Jason Casper in the house. God bless you, Jason. We love you, man. And, I thought I actually brought you out to my wife a couple times this weekend. I said, man, and she said, everything's going to happen for a reason. If he believes in God, then all faith is all, everything will be okay. Just want to let you know that we love you, man. Frequency is high with you, brother. And, if you need anything, reach out, please. So here we go. Let's take a look here. I mean, getting a bounce here with a wick moving up and just, back to that weekly resistance at 26.8. We break 26.8. We can easily boom back up to 28,000 and then even up to here to about 29,100 will be the next kind of key areas of resistance. So Bitcoin could, and look, there's a gap here till you get to 28 and then there's a gap there at 29. So not a lot of resistance on the weekly for Bitcoin as we reset on the stochastics and get ready for a possible big move at 26,500. And the weekly alone looks pretty good. Let's move into our 3-day chart. Our 3-day, I've been talking about this over and over again. It's hidden bullish divergence. What this divergence tells you is that you will make a high above the high inside of the divergence. I know it seems unlikely. I know people would look at me and laugh. I know it's like, what is he saying? But I'm telling you right now, hidden bullish does that. It pulls it right out of like a rabbit out of a hat. Like you never think a rabbit's going to come out of a hat, right? But it does. So it's similar to that idea. Like you're being awe when it happens, and it will flip the script on you so fast. The daily 3-day chart has a similar resistance area right here at about 26,800. We flipped 26.8. You can see how fast we flew both times here recently. It tells you we can get right through it quickly too. Do not be surprised when we end up pretty fast up at 29,000. Congrats on episode 1,000, Sammy. Cup and handy to the upside. You the man, brother. Can you peep Gal, not Gala, when you get time? So cool to take part in the celebration. Many more to come. Crypto Clown World. God bless you. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you. Much love, Jason. Hang in there. Amen. Love to Casper. I've spoken to a few people about the way you responded to your hacker. You're an inspiration. I pray you get everything and more back. I mean, that's the thing. So look, stochastics pointing to the upside, just crossing the dotted line. Last time we had something like that, we started at least a pump there and a bigger pump here. After an elongated time down here, usually tells you you're going to get a pretty big move, and we have hidden bullish divergence that has never been negated. It is still there. Shout out to Frank Glasser. Shout out to all the people coming out the woodwork with the super chats for the $19.99. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love. I greatly appreciate it. Your faith is so strong. Your prayers every time. Your streams are beautiful. May God bless you abundantly. Crypto Bear Baker. Amen. Much love, brother. You will come back stronger. Amen. Super chats. Flo, Rune, NMR, NAKA, and Gal. GF Burke. My man. Oh, throwing the old ones back at me from last time, huh? Wow. Sam, congrats on 1,000. Can you do TA and cash short? And midterm, thank you. God bless. Frank, we'll take a look at that for you. Casper as well. Add that to the list, my friends. Add that to the list. And let me just make a list. The super chats are coming in pretty hard tonight. Let me just make sure. I got BOOKMAP up and running too. Link in the description below to BOOKMAP. All right. If you want to jump into BOOKMAP, it will blow your mind. What is BOOKMAP saying? Well, let's zoom in. Let's see. When you look deep into liquidity, right, we see a little liquidity further to the downside, 490, right? And we see a big bar of liquidity down at 26.1 and 26,000, okay? Just, you know, and then we do see a little bit here up at 27K. It's somewhat balanced here. It could technically go either way. It says the biggest order, though. The biggest, I believe, is the one further down here, but they're actually pretty well evenly matched. Nah, still, yeah, 980. It's the biggest order is down here at 26,100. So if you had to go on exactly what BOOKMAP said, which has been 80% to 90% accurate, it would say, hey, the market needs to be shorted down to 26,000 to, give the liquidity to where it needs to be. Shout out to Crypto Billy for the $49.99. Unbelievable. Congrats on 1,000, Sammy. I cannot sit on my hands during the Super Chat Fest celebration. God bless to you. Givers gain. God is the light and the path. Look at that. God is the light and the path. And through the Super Chat, he spreads God's light. It's pretty awesome, man. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. Super Chats are bugging out of control now. Unbelievable. $223. You people are unbelievable. Amen. So let's take a look here now at the daily time frame. The daily overbought, wanting to come back to the downside. Yikes, right? Low. I mean, you have a high, you have a low, you have a lower high. The daily in a clear downtrend here, not in the best way. So let's take a look at what's happening, and then let's, so the daily right now would have to do a double top and get pressed to go to the upside. Just one thing we have to say. The most bullish thing that I see on the daily that I've been discussing with my team and, just anyone who will listen to me is that we're above this 200 SMA, right, on the 4 hour. We're above this point of control on the daily. And once you get above a POC on the daily and you start to move, I mean, look, we're in the fair value gap already. I don't see why we can't just zoom our way all the way back up to 29,250. So there's just such a quick area, such a fast gap right there to the upside, right, that you could make a big move here to the upside, right? Caspa TY. Thank you. God bless you, Frank, for throwing another 333. You're the man for doing that. Congrats on number 1,000. I'll still be here at stream 5,000. Crypto. Love you, Sammy. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker, man. Congrats on 1,000. Can you check PZP? Crypto Maniac. God bless you. Live in love, positivity, and trade at your highest frequency with the lifers. Get yourself in the 99. Earn the education you deserve and gain an edge in the market, said the Crypto Bear Baker. Shout out to Jessica in the house. Thank you so much. Shout out to Manas Druya. God bless you and your growing family lifer. I've learned so much from you. Such a blessing to be able to watch and learn from the best to do it. Happy 1,000 episodes. First super chat from Manas, and it's $49.99. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Cryptomaniac, congrats, man. Thank you so much, man. God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. Feels like a Michael Pa 500 kind of night. I know. Hey, you say that, next thing you know, it's going to come out of nowhere, right? Anyway, okay. Let's move forward, though. So the daily, look, I mean, let's get into daily support of resistance now. Kind of right where we're at was resistance. See this? These two candles met and closed. That was your last major resistance, and then this is your support at 26,428. We have gotten above that and played games, and if we lose that level, the next level would be 26,287, and then it's down to this POC at 2660, right? We battled through some key levels, and when we got back above 26.3, it was amazing. We got to 26.6, and 26.6 has been the area that we need to get back above, 26,600. Like, we break back above 26.6, boom. It's been such a clearly defined area of resistance for Bitcoin. So can we get above 26.6, call it 26.30, 26.25 really in my mind. But that's the area. Let's flip on the moving averages for a second. And I mean, see how far the 21 is? It tells you that the daily will either have to do one of two things. It'd have to go up and down here while the 21 comes into play. So like our best case scenario is we do this and the 21 comes up and then we get a move out. or it's more likely we come down to touch the 21. Most likelihood is that we go further to the downside here and we meet the 21-day moving average. It's things when you know things more, the probability, because you've seen them so much. And it tells us that Bitcoin's likely going to probably come retest 26,003 or 280 one more time before a bigger push to the upside. Just based on the distance that I'm seeing here from the 21-day moving average. No guarantees, right? But it's just something that I'm definitely looking at very closely, all right? And Bitcoin just getting a nasty dump too right here, right? All the way down to 26.4 really fast. It was just 26.5 like a second ago. And this thing dipped all the way down to 26.375. We're going to get into the smaller time frames. I don't want to ruin what we're looking at here. Now, Bitcoin broke back above the 200 SMA. Bullish sign, as we've retested it and we've talked about it on this channel many, many times. If it can continuously close candles above the 200 SMA and stay above it, it's making this symmetrical triangle that really could go either way here. It's got a measured move up or down. 4 hour is pushing itself back to the downside, which to me is downward momentum. It may be in the oversold region, but it's not like it's curving up. It's pointing down, so it still has what's downward momentum, right? Wow, bouncing all the way back up from 26,370, right? 394, all the way back up in literally a minute to 26,480. I mean, they are going to, I wouldn't be trading on a Sunday night into Monday morning. It's just not when I like to trade. The volatility is too hard. The edge is lost. And the probability gets a little screwed. So I don't push that time period. And you'll learn this stuff over time. You might be like, man, I lost so much. Back, well, most of my trades were during key issues of volatility where it was hard to win. We'll teach you when the best times are to trade in the markets. And we'll teach you why, and we'll explain that too as well. Shout out to everyone that took the class today. Pat yourself on the back if you jumped into class with Master Friend. You gotta love it. You gotta, it's gonna be great. If you want to jump in next Sunday, it's every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern. All right, $150 if you're in the trading group. Join our trading group, have access to this class and a follow-up mentoring sessions and more. I'm telling you right now, you'll be in a trading group. You'll be able to test the strategies and have a blast. So 1 hour time frame also pointing to the downside on the Stokes there, getting a bearish turn. But we have somewhat of a lighter bearish momentum, but still. And if we look at this, if we really look at it closely, could be the breakdown of a descending triangle. See this? I'll still keep this in mind, but we're breaking the bottom. You could open it up and say, okay, we're still holding the zone. I'm open-minded. As long as we stay above 26.3, I'm happy. That's going to be a key level. We break 26.3, we could go back to that 25.9, and we break 25.9, the whole story goes back over again, right? So that's the only thing that, kind of gets my goat there. So now what I see here is a descending triangle. See, we were talking about it earlier today too, and they tend to break straight to the downside. Boom. So this is telling me that we're likely going to dump here to the 200 SMA at least, and to this high volume node. We also have a gap in the VRVP. So it's the descending triangle. Do you see it? And the last three I've showed you have all played out on the live stream as we've been live. That tells me this is going to dump to the downside here. Only time will tell. All right, 15-minute is about to dump us. Yeah, so I would say to short the market right now for sure. You know what I mean? Highly likely we're going to get a dump to the downside. All right. Very likely, actually, in my humble opinion. So I'd be watching for a short down until my level is 26,000 even. And BOOKMAP also is giving us a big line of liquidity right down to 26K. So my indicators say right now that the stochastics in the 15-minute and BOOKMAP tell me that we're going down to 26,000. All right. You do whatever makes you happy, but that's what my indicators say. All right. Master Friend leverage class and style is out of your average Bears league. If you need help trading leverage, his class will help you find a way to make gains without getting liquidated for the win. Shout out to my man Crypto Bear Baker laying it down, telling you how it is. All right, so look at this. I mean, starting to get the breakdown. Now, there's a slight divergence here that could save us. See that? 7 and the 5 are getting somewhat, but yeah, you barely have it there. Nothing there, really. It tells me we're going lower. 5 minute could continue to dump on you. A little bit of divergence there. 7 minute is sporting divergence so far, but it's not amazing, really. And you really could take it from here to here and tell me it's just really not there yet, you know? I don't know. Yeah, so I would be in a short now to the downside, looking for 26K, all right? You do whatever makes you happy. That just looks like the most, you know, and again, I don't want to see that. I want to see Bitcoin stay above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame, all right? If we go down to that level, we are, you know, we're going to break the 200 SMA, and then if we break that, we're definitely going to go to the level that I'm talking about. No guarantees. The 4 hours getting oversold. We could get a bounce here. Watch your small time frames. And it's heavy volatile. Like, we could just rip right back up to the upside, you know? You almost need to look at the 30-second chart right now and see what's going on. Came down, V-shaped recovery up, came down again. Like, it's just getting crazy. And now we're overbought. So if we just stay on the 50-minute and the 50-minute alone, it says we're going further to the downside. Very, very likely that this will continue down. You do whatever makes you happy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. All right. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Goodbye. Good night, Irene, as some people say. All right. That's my mom's name. And she's sleeping in the next room, which is kind of funny to me. It's weird. But that is a saying, right? But this is likely to drop further to the downside here for Bitcoin. All right, sad to say. Even though I love my Bitcoin, you know, I'm going to give it to you how it is. You do not have to trade on a Sunday night into Monday morning with heavy volatility. You don't have to force trades any time of your life. All right, get a situation, get a position that works, and take a position that works for you. You know what I mean? Like, so. Love is the strongest frequency. Amen. Yeah. And someone said, what should I do? Well, you should live in love, man. And that's the best thing that you can do. All right. So bigger time frames like the daily getting a little overbought, as well as the 22-hour time frame telling us that we're likely going to get a pullback for Bitcoin back to these 21-day moving averages, because Bitcoin doesn't like, or any asset doesn't like, to get too far away from the 21. We could get one more push up. Anything could happen. But then eventually we'll have to come back somewhere in the zone, you know. I'm open-minded that we could stay above the levels. And honestly, as long as we stay above 26.3, I'm okay with that. Once we leave 26.3, we're coming back down to 26K, and it's just kind of how it is. The 1 hour also, when it gets this rounded, likes to come back down here, you know. And can this, you know, is this kind of an Adam and Eve double top? Not really, but in a way, you know. So do you, but the probability on the 15, now if the 15 minute can reset and come all the way down, and we can somehow miraculously stay here and go up and down, which I've seen happen, then we're just going to go sideways throughout the night and stay inside this level, right? Inside the broader symmetrical triangle that's here. But just do not forget about this descending triangle that I'm looking at that could break us right down. And that's Bitcoin right now in a nutshell. Let me jump into those super chats for you. Each and every one of you, thank you so much for the chats. I appreciate it. Let's take a look here at the Discord. P2B, the nano cap gem token PLAYZAP. Maybe the one. Maybe you can look into it more sometime. Funny, we did look at that PLAYZAP. We looked at it a while back. I would say, like, I don't know, 6 months ago? I could be wrong, but I remember someone bringing it up. Maybe it was you too when you first came around. I don't remember, but let's take a look at PLAYZAP with a $2.5 million market cap. Interesting. Presenting gaming elites of the Z Club, our top players for the week. P2P. All right. So they're active on Twitter. KuCoin, PancakeSwap, Gate.io, Mojito Swap. All right. So you got to get on PancakeSwap or KuCoin or Dodo. Very small market cap. Let's take a look at the website. I like to take a look at the Twitter as well. 62,000 followers on Twitter. August 31st was their last pin. 16 hours ago for staking. September 16th, 18 hours ago. Okay, they're posting a lot. They're active. You could be, scam products are active, I'm just saying, but I've seen products that aren't even active, and I'm like, all right, like, that's ridiculous. Like, if it's been more than 3 days for a tweet, like, something's going on. Like, there needs to be a daily tweet. If you're an active company in the market, 5 to 10 tweets a day, really, in my humble opinion. But anyway, it all depends on the goals that people set for themselves, right? Let's take a look what this is, if they tell us a little bit about it. Is a skill-based competitive gaming platform focused on mainstream casual gamers, built on blockchain technology with sustainable token economy, powered by NFTs, built in the core. I mean, why would I invest in this over GFAL when GFAL has my man Trip Hawkins, right? So I don't know. We'll see. But very small market cap, can't get him, not really doxed. I don't know. Could be big, could be, you never know. You never know. And remember, as Bitcoin dumps, everything else is likely going to take a bit of a dump. I was looking at Matic. Shorting Matic looks likely here. And a lot of times the altcoin 3S tokens just give it away. They tell you what's likely going to happen. If I could spell one day in my life. Actually, I can spell if I could type. I always say that. But I'm like, I can spell. I just can't type. So look, I called this out to my trading group, and I actually gave it to them earlier today, and it's in the green. So I know it's weird, but a lot of times if I post something, it tends to make a move to the upside. Did I not post my Matic short? Matic short looks bullish, Dang, I didn't post the Matic short. I apologize. This is on my radar. I did go to a funeral on Friday. My family has been here for 2 days. I have some, no excuses, but, my mind has just been, but we've still been posting a lot of charts too, for sure, which is interesting. Anyway. But I did post, I looked at this Matic 3S, and to me, the 22-hour looked like we were going to get a blast. And this looks like it's just getting started, right? And there's just massive gains coming here. So I'd pay attention, looks like shorting Matic, maybe some gains here on the bigger time frame. Want to wait out the 4-hour for better entries, or just keep fatter stop losses. Completely up to the person and the risk management assessment there, but or short it. But Matic 3S is likely to make a move here. 30% gains coming here. Looks highly likely as it's moving up the chain. Looking very bullish to me. All right. Mine too, grandmother's funeral. God bless you, brother. Congrats on 1,000. I can't find an SMA. It's an MA. You just go up here and type in MA. The MA is going to be an SMA, right? Here. 5 MA is a good one. And then you can just put in any MAs you want inside by Inlander, and then put any MAs you need by the number, you know. So Tara took a beat down on the 22, got overbottled the stochastics, right? All you got to do is look at your stokes, like I teach my students over and over and over again. All right? Take a look at your key levels of resistance, bounce. Right there's another key level. I feel like it broke out. You could try to say no, but I feel like it did break out, and now it's attempting to double bottom or make one higher low here. Look at your 4-hour pointing to the upside in the falling wedge. Looking for that kind of bullish div there, not perfect. But I mean, that 4-hour wants to break out. Low, high, higher, low, right? Key is, you know, you take your shot. Stop loss somewhere down here, and there's a chance you ride it out. If not, you get hit off, and it makes a lower low, and then, you know it's whack, right? Nobody knows exactly where anything will go. Tower looked like it was going to make a nice move above this POC. It did not. That was the key. Boom. And my thing is I would wait for it to get above that line and test it at 5.00, half a penny, and then that's your gap trade right there, right, for Terra. Let's take a look at Flow, an oldie but goodie in the NFT space, one of the bigger NFT coins, Flow. Flow getting a pump above its 200 SMA, that's a bullish sign, okay? If you can close a candle above the 200 SMA, there's signs this thing could continue to pump. The 4-hour actually looks really nice, and it's resetting off of a fib if you look here. Even if we took impulse here, you can see it came very close to the there, and even that impulse, it bounced off the 786, which is really the impulse, because that's the move. So 786 retracement for Flow. Looks like a big move is coming for this puppy. Low, high, higher, low, and it's respecting this previous support zone. Bounce, bounce, bounce. It will have a little resistance there to get back above at 44. Where's it? Oh, no, it got above it. Yeah, already. Wow, beautiful. So you don't chase green candles on the 4-hour time frame, but the 4-hour says it's getting ready for more. The 1 hour just blew up. I mean, look at that. And look, it's about to break through this resistance. It gets out more. Boom. You look for the flag here on like the 7 or the 5, right? And if that can retest or flag out, I mean, that's the entry there. And Flow is looking nice on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So it's telling me that if I can get a little flag on these small time frames, interaction with the 21, I can get my move further to the upside here for Flow at about 47 cents. All right, at least on a scalp, and then we can go from there. But that looks highly likely. But that's how I would play it, with an alert somewhere right here, maybe right there, 2 alerts in a row. If I was serious on entering it, tonight is a night I'm not into trading. But if you are, if you don't care and you want to do it, you know, there is volatility. Some people like to trade the volatility. That's what they want. It's the other way around for them. You know, you do whatever makes you happy. I don't know what that is, right? Nobody knows. All right, moving forward. Let's take a look here at RUNE, which we did look at RUNE last time I was here. So you might think we missed RUNE, but we did not. Anyway, RUNE's showing somewhat of a bullish divergence on the 5 minute. You see that moving up while it's moving down. Some signs of life that it could get a bounce. But I guess I had drawn this earlier on RUNE, just to, you know, and that was our measured move wick to wick, and boom, it did bounce nicely to the upside. I'm going to delete everything and look at it again. Take away my moving averages, look at my daily, possibly even the weekly. I mean, all these coins are the lowest they've ever been. Look for them to continue to consolidate sideways. September, October, and November usually is the load up period. I mean, the last time I loaded up on November into a halving, I never got cheaper prices. Like Cardano was 8 cents. It would start to skyrocket into December. We'd have a little pump and dump action here and there, but the level of the market cap would get so large we would never see those prices again, you know, until these lower price time frames. Now RUNE finally made the swing down and pretty much this flatness, not perfect, but a little bit of divergence there, which gave us our bounce back to the upside. You can see that we have a nice support of resistance level at 1 and 6 cents and kind of right where we bounced to as well. All right, at about what, 138. However, the weekly's getting a little overbought for RUNE, as it's kind of, you know, so is the 5-day, 3-day also showing signs of bearish divergence, right? That's swinging down, that's swinging up, you're wicking against resistance. So now I flip this on, and yeah, see where the 21 is? I mean, could you make one more push up to the 200, or do you come back to the 21? It's interesting. And then RUNE broke out of this like the last shape that I had drawn there, right? But again, getting overbought on the daily with a strong bearish divergence. So to me, yeah, I would just say I would short this back to the 21-day moving average on the 3-day chart. Very similar to AKRO, all right? Remember, I'm doing this, and I'm going to do this every day for everyone just to prove them. And you're like, wow, this guy's real, like, you know. But I'm just going to show you guys. I mean, on the 3-day chart, I told you that we were going to hit the 21-day moving average, right? Now, look, that's where price reversed. That's perfect time to take the money out of the short. But AKRO, every time you get a high with bearish div on the daily and oversold stochastic, my indicator will also give you the bearish, usually the divergence on the indicator as well. I'll also find it myself. You know, there's divergence even if these go up but barely go up, and that's just a sharp, that's a divergence. If these keep traveling and this line keeps traveling, so like if you keep traveling this direction and you keep traveling this direction, and you can see that these lines will hit each other, you have a divergence. Because that's what divergence means, that those lines will divide each other. All right. So you're falling back down to the 21-day moving average on the daily. There's so many charts that look just like on the 3-day chart. There's so many charts that look just like this that we can get so paid on right now, right? And so rejoice for all these down periods. These down periods are chances to get even more paid. That's it. That's it, right? Look at how HIFI financed. This one did it faster than you would have believed. But again, once you were this far from the 21, like I drew, you had to come back to the 21. I mean, it dropped all the way back down to the 21. But you knew a small coin like this that skyrocketed like that was going to come down fast. You're just waiting on the move. Everyone said, Sam, how do we know when the move was? We were together on my live stream, right? Remember when I called that top right there? And everyone said, why is that the top? And I said, it's all about the steps in the ladder of the parabola, right? And to me, it was very simple. And you'd be like, whoa, he's crazy. But we were together when I said that's likely going to be your top. Dude, look at this. Michael Pa with the 500 super chat. Like, just like you guys said, who knew it? The boat is always on point, man. This is insane. Michael Pa, dude. Michael Pa. Yo, so insane. Yo, he shows up. Yo, who called it? Somebody called it. Somebody called it out here. They said this is like a Michael Pa night. Somebody said it back here. I want to find it in the chat. They were like, this feels like a Michael Pa night. I'm going to find it, man. I have to because I'm so obsessive. Like, feels like a Michael Pa $500 kind of night right there. Timmy313. And look, boom. Michael Pa with the $500. Timmy, dude, he calls it. I got to take a picture of that. Both of you. Feels like a Michael Pa night. He called it like at 8:29 p.m., right? It's now 8:54. Dude, this is crazy, man. Making it rain on the house. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. This is insanity. Wow. Michael making it rain. Michael Pa with the $500 super chat. It's just ridiculous. Like, summoned. Yeah, we summoned you. We were like, Michael, man, you got to drop that 500, man. I think Crypto Billy is Michael Pa. Crypto Billy, are you Michael Pa, man? I don't know who he is, man. He's got to be somebody. He's got to be somebody. Don't tell 400 people to short Bitcoin with my long open. Hey, we're bouncing back to the upside, baby. You know what I mean? So 15 minute is somehow just not dumping. Look at that huge wick back up, and that's the volatility of a Sunday night. Look, the 7-minute is saving us with the bounce back to the upside here. And as long as the 4-hour can stay above the 200 SMA, we remain bullish. You know what I mean? For me personally, that's like the only thing that I have to go on. All right. Back, how do we know when the parabola was over? Well, it's all about the steps. You're like, what steps? What is he talking about? Well, number one, you can draw a parabola. And it's time to short when the parabola breaks. So here we started to come down. Beautiful parabola. You can see right there, we try to ride it, and then once we broke it, you short, right? The parabola's broken. Look, it also, how beautiful is this? It's just traditional TA too, which is amazing. Shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Oh, let me fix it. But you have a shoulder, you have a head, and you have a right shoulder. You have a perfect head and shoulder pattern that breaks to the downside. Unreal, right? Also, almost looked like a diamond reversal to me. Had some diamond reversal vibes, in my humble opinion. You know, came in the bottom, came out the dot. It just, you know, and that's kind of what a diamond does. Anyway, so here's this too. So look at this. These are the steps to the parabola. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, boom, and you're done, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you were done. I mean, it's amazing how it followed the rules perfectly. The parabola curve step-like formation. And, you know, I've seen this so many, when I first saw this, I was like, no. But I've seen this so many times in my life that it's absolutely insane. Like, you wouldn't believe it. It's absurd. So, you know, stick with us. We'll teach you so many things that you didn't even know. And and you'll see so many other stuff, you know. Michael Pa is always here. Someone switches their name. My man. It's possible, right? Michael Pa. That's funny. He lives in spirit. So super, you know, I mean, that's just insane. On the 1,000th episode, you people are amazing. $799 in chat revenue. $800. I mean, come on. $800. I used to go to work and bust my butt for 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day for $350 before taxes. Like $400 if I was lucky, $500 on a great day. You guys just threw $800. Like and that's, I always tell everyone, follow your dreams. You will never believe what's going to happen if you follow your dreams. All right. So amazing. So HIFI, that's how you can figure out when to short. You start that parabola. And we even traded this, remember Saturday morning, I did my live screen share, and I gave this trade live. And I said, there's the measured move to the upside. And we hit it, and we got out, and that was it. You know? Amazing, right? Could be someone alt account. Yeah. No way Michael Pa showed up. So crazy, right? Yeah. I would subscribe if it weren't for goofy, silly faces made in the notification. It's really bad. Oh, get out of here, man. You gotta leave. We can't deal with negative people, man. Goodbye. Yeah, we don't do that. God bless you, brother. Have a good life, man. But we just don't do it. We move on from all negativity and only support love and love. You know, people that are able to see, you know, the only differences among people are the ones that we look for. You know, you can force yourself to be negative, or you can force yourself to see opportunity in life, right? Not subscribing to my channel is lack of opportunity. I'm obsessive compulsive, going over the charts every single day, 7 days a week. Eventually, one of my updates is going to catch you in a place where you're just coming home from work. You didn't get a chance to look at the charts. You may have a long open. I see a short high probability. I've seen people save their lot. You know what I mean? You never know. But like, you just get the education, you learn. Next thing you know, you're like, oh, this is what he was saying. And it saves you from opening a long or a short. So whatever you want to do is up to you, my man. All right. Media vibes with the goose, man. With the goose. Thanks for the knowledge. It's funny lately that my neighbor's calling everyone her goose. That's the goose. Thanks for the knowledge. Anytime, man. God bless you. May God bless you. Thank you so much for the love. You people are just too nice. And I believe it has to be because you're just awesome people. All right, let's take a look more. We're going to look at NMR, NAKA, and GODE. All right, NMR, NAKA, and GODE. But shout out to anyone that took advantage of shorting HIFI for massive gains. I mean, unbelievable, right? So Numeraire had that huge pump, got no love, came back to the downside. That was a symmetrical triangle, which usually do break to the downside, and it did break down, right? We had it drawn for you right here. Eventually dumped on you. That's what they usually do. Dirt Road Tradition for the 199. This is getting out of control. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love. And that puts us to 1K. Unbelievable. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Wow. 1000th episode, Sunday night. This is unreal. $1,000 in super chats. You people are unreal. Hey, Lifer, first super chat. Much love. Shout out to John Connor with his first super chat. Oh, it's insanity. Absolute insanity. Raining on us on the 1000th episode. I have a lisp. I can't seem to talk without my lisp. Anyway, the 1000th episode. It's hard to say. I don't know. Why is that so hard to say? I don't understand. I don't get it over here. So taking a look here at NMR Numeraire. It could be double bottoming here, barely on a double high, but over a double bottom. But, you know, you got, what I meant is, you know, double bottom, but you're really high here on the stochastics on the 1 hour. 4 hour says, okay, you're making a higher low. So this is what you want to do. Watch this. Wait for it to break out. And if you can close a candle above this 200 SMA and retest this area, that tells you you can long. And if you can even wait above the POC at 13, 20. All right. Much deserved for putting all the hard work, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here. Congratulations on your 1000 episode. We love you. Shout out to Ross. Thank you. Shout out to Diligence, Crypto Bellico, Lifer Adam, Love Learning, and everybody here. You people are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm sure that Sam has helped make a few whales out there. Shout out to Timmy313. Cruise the back roads all day in my old Power Stroke with my dog. That's so cool, man. Sounds like the life in the country, man. Like West Virginia. So Bitcoin sitting at 2646 after that quick scare to the downside, but all is well now. 99% chance that the CME Fed meeting on the 20th, right? Which comes, I mean, that's Wednesday. That means we're going to have 2 streams on Wednesday, the regular live stream and then the Fed meeting live stream. I did wash my hair today, so it's got like this fluffiness to it. So, you know, it's getting all weird. Anyway, so there's a 99% chance that we do not raise rates. And there's a 1% chance that they would raise rates. That is increased from a 2% chance down to 1. So it's just more likely there will not be a rate hike on Wednesday, unless something out of the blue, out of norm. You know, 492 people, 280 likes. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you, amazing individuals. God bless the core lifers here that just keep on giving. Shout out to Nathan Ward for the $50 super chat. Shout out to Tori for the $2 super chat. And we're going to go through all the fan funding at the end again and just really embellish the love, you know. So big idea here that there will be no rate hike. All right, no rate hike. NMR. Let's keep it moving here and let's get into NAKA and GODE. NAKA continues to pump. We talked about it. I've been stalking it on and off, and eventually kept continuing to go. The measured move for NAKA is even higher. If you remember, we first had it just kind of in here like this. All right, then it broke down, then we were like here, and then we just kept watching it, right? Did the same thing, kept it in this channel, had this falling wedge to the upside, and we just hit the target of that falling wedge at 54 cents. NAKA all the way back up to 60 and up to 57. One of the big pumpers of the day was NAKA. Let's take a look if there's more gains for NAKA, what's happening. But shout out to anyone. We talked about NAKA. We were all over it. And NAKA is one of my favorite gaming coins in the game, too, as well. All right. NAKA's also just been on a complete uptrend ever since December. It's one of the only coins that's been on in a complete uptrend. Look at this. And you could say it technically revisited or came close to revisiting its trend. NAKA. Is it doing something like this? It looks to me like it may just be consolidating here. You know what I mean? It's getting pretty overbought now on the daily time frame. So I'd say it's going to probably come back down, getting a nice little pump to the upside, though. To me, this definitely was a falling wedge that broke out. And you have some nice support here that will be resistance. So look for NAKA to break above this level and use it as support, or to break back here and use this as support. You know, if you get above here, you're looking for the retest at one point, right? You never chase. You're looking for the pullback and then taking that further up. The pullback will be somewhere at 62 cents. But if you stay in here, you're looking for it to come and test this trend line one more time at 40 cents. That would be great for the NAKA lovers of the long-term bag accumulations, right? So I'd watch this closely for one of these two ideas, and these where I would be thinking of getting into a swing trade or accumulation for NAKA. Shout out to Jessica. Thank you so much for putting my kids to sleep every night for 2 years. God bless you, Jessica. Thank you so much. They like the voices, I guess. I appreciate it. I hope they go to bed nicely and neatly tonight. All right. So weird. I didn't realize I was putting kids to sleep. I feel like I keep everyone awake in my house. When I scream close, you know. Anyway, thank you so much, Jessica. I appreciate that. Let's take a look at GAL. G-A-L, not Gala, too. GAL X, right? Which I remember we used to trade back on KuCoin. So that means we still got a bunch of KuCoin lovers here in the trading group. And we're not giving up on KuCoin. We still do post KuCoin charts. All right. So I saw a cup and handle there back in the day, had an alert to watch it. It fell through on that alert and continued to make lower lows. So let's take a look here. I don't know much about the fundamentals of this coin. It doesn't look amazing, right? Let's be honest. It double bottomed possibly. The lowest it's ever really been is $1. It's at 119 now and still below this resistance. Let's bring this up actually. Yeah, major resistance at 160. That's going to be a key area. And major resistance right here where it's at 131. And you're at 119. Possibly making an Adam and Eve, in my humble opinion. I think people don't realize we're in for these long accumulations. You might be able to scalp it up or down. Even might even wick up here like this. But to me, this is likely making a long-term Adam and Eve. And this is just going to be where, if you believe in this project, accumulation as it touches the basically the bowl. So that's how I look at these bigger, I hope, it may not be exactly what you're looking for, but that's what I'm looking for here. That's what this tells me is likely going to happen. All right. But I just didn't see what high eventually did. We scalped it for 5%, but did it ever keep the move? Oh, so high kept pumping nicely all the way up about 11% from when I put it out that cup and handle. Now it kind of came all the way back down, but still you'd be at break even. Wouldn't have lost a penny on that trade. You see that? But 11% gains at one point for high coin, or high street, I believe it's called. Keck chain, which is so weird, right? Oh man, there's so many funny coins out here. All right, let's take a look at our baby JOYSTREAM and see what's happening. Is it going to come back down for us? Let's take a look. And don't forget, we're going to put Caspa in the mix. All right. Thank you so much for putting my kids to sleep. It's funny. I just read that again. That's so funny. And Nathan Ward, thank you for the $50. God bless you, man. Really, really nice. Caspa and AVAX now. A couple more. XRP. Maybe it's a timing thing. If Frankie was a dog, he'd be a Chihuahua. What do you mean? I don't know who you mean. So glad your 100th episode is on my B-Day. Yeehaw. Isn't that amazing, man? Biotech Max, we're connected, man. 917, man. Shout out to the Virgos. Shout out to the Virgos, man. So it's definitely higher than my sell now, which has got me tight. But I'm hoping for that bearish div. We don't have it, right? 4 hours getting a little bit groovy, but this thing looks like it could continue to pump. And it's such a young coin with such a young buzz. Honestly, like this thing could just really, there's really no stopping it because it's such a small market cap and no one really knows about it. And it could just continue to get a pump here. The 4 hour says it's going to continue to go, right? 12 hour, 22, all the time frames. Yeah, the 12 hour says it can pump. 6 hours about to blast, 4 hour, and even the 1 hour. So you're looking at the smaller time frames for some type of flag. And even here, like it looks like the 7 minute wants to go. So this thing is interesting to me. JOYSTREAM. I wouldn't be surprised if it pumps again for some massive gains. Possibly another 50%. That's what you're looking at. I would watch this. And if it gets back above 2.9, look for the retest of 2.9. And that's really the key. boom, and that's just going to be a nice scalp. That looks like it's like 30% on its own. Yeah, 34. So this looks bullish to me. You know, the bigger time frames on it, which aren't even that big because you don't have a lot to go on, basically suggests this thing will continue to the upside. So moving averages are tight, pumps up a little bit. Well, if you know, it could come up and like retest the 21 somehow, some way, really quick. But you can see this thing is just looking amazing. I don't even see a bearish div on it yet. There was one here that it just like really negated and just continued. Use this as support and resistance. SR flipped this resistance here, and it was, you know. And no matter what Bitcoin does, this thing could do its own thing regardless too. So JOYSTREAM looking to me like it could continue to the upside here for another 47% gains. And I don't like to put a lot of coins out on Sunday night into Monday morning. So if I put something out, it means I you know, there's a chance it could continue to the upside. All right. I would definitely watch this. I wouldn't let it bypass you here. JOYSTREAM. All right. Okay, other coins that I'm looking at that have some momentum. Momentamos. PERP has been interesting to trade on and off. All right. Like, see this? This looks like it's going to make a bit of a move. Oop, sorry. It gets volume, and it can pump nicely on MEXC. And this is the perpetual, too. So you're trading the perpetual. Again, only if it makes you happy do you trade the perpetual. All right? Don't force yourself to do anything that you haven't done. And practice it with a demo account if you've never done something. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you haven't done something before in trading, use a demo account. Don't use real money because, you know, you might just slip a button with your finger. Like, you might just do some nervous. Like, you might just do something that you didn't know you were going to do. When you want to do it with demo funds and then be like, oh, that can happen. Now you're like, oh, wow, I just learned something and I didn't have to use real money to do that. Like, so just, you know, give yourself a break. Don't be so hard on yourself. Learn some strategy as well, right? So PERP looks like this thing could get busy. Holding a trend line. And wanted to get a bit of a move here back to the upside for PERP. And pumping back up to the 200 SMA. It gets above this POC. PERP can do damage. And you can wake up to gains here. So I'd be watching PERP here on the 1 hour time frame for a move. All right, and that's the perpetual on MEXC, which is hot and gets volume as well. And it's called PERP, which is funny to me. Actually, this is the spot. Sorry. So this is spot. Forgive me. Because it says per protocol, but this is spot. It's not the perpetual. But it also does have a perpetual. Futures will be a little ahead or behind depending on what the market's doing. All right. Or they'll force it lower and higher. Depending, you know. Shout out to Crypto Muser Farms in the house. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here on the 1000th episode in the house. And these people gave me over $1,000 in super chats to go with the 1000th episode. I just have a problem saying 1000. I just can't seem to say it. I got my lips really wet. 1000th. The 1000th episode. It's weird. I never thought I had a list, but I guess I might. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't want to be embarrassed too because I don't want someone might have a lisp here and I don't want them to feel bad. It's not a big deal. BABYDOGE looks like it could continue to the upside. For whatever reason, there's some buzz on this coin and it got a little bit of a punch. I'm not trading it. It's interesting, something funny to think about. BABYDOGE, man. All right. Let's take a look at the total market cap and all of cryptocurrency. We're also going to take a look at S&P future and the NASDAQ as well as we head into Monday morning. All right. So that's bearish already to me. See that curve to the downside? That's a bearish curve. Doesn't look amazing, right? But it could just be an enticement to get the shorts to get enticed. All right. However, look, the total market cap isn't above the 200 SMA like Bitcoin is. It's below it on the 4-hour. It hasn't flipped bullishly. So it's like behind Bitcoin. You get it? Hasn't done what Bitcoin's done yet. It's weird. It means the altcoins are kind of dragging down total a bit. If you go to the 3-day, total has a real crazy wick too. But we still have the hidden bullish on the 3-day chart. It's still there. And look, if we lost this level, we come down to test this key level of support, which we did. Bounce back up. Seem to be holding now. If we bring this up right there, we hold this level because we had previous resistance right there. We lose that, it's 979. But we still have not gone below $1 trillion market cap. Like, we've hugged $1 trillion, which is a psychological support for the entire crypto market, you know? And the idea is, can we continue to make something like this? Or even something like remember I was showing you like this? Does it end up making like a bigger ascending triangle? Like that, you know? We're kind of symmetrical here. And do we go up and down in there? So just, you know, always some brainstorming ideas here that are possible for Bitcoin. And do we pump back up to the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart? Looking very bullish on the 3-day. Getting the bounce. So it's interesting how the daily doesn't look amazing. But, you know, all we need to do is for the daily to go sideways here. Make a flag or even just go up and down and go sideways. That's all we need. Sideways price action out till we get to October. And then we can clean things up and really begin to rally. You know what I mean? I don't like this bearish div. And I don't like the lower lows. And honestly, it looks like an Adam and Eve double top to me. Slanted. Beyond that, and it's a rounded top, which is bearish too. So, I mean, you lose this key level, I don't see why we won't drop. And like bearish looks, like Bitcoin looks bearish tonight. So I see some bearishness here, you know, and this has that descending triangle that I'm seeing again. The back of my mind, you know, and they're trying to hold this symmetrical. That's what Bitcoin's doing. Let's take a look at the NQ NASDAQ E-mini futures. Okay, so I talked about them likely breaking to the downside, right? Remember, we were kind of going over this, I think it was Friday night or something, the last time I looked at it, maybe earlier. And, you know, I talk about whenever you break below a 200 SMA, it's likely going to fall further down. You broke below the 200 SMA here on the 15, you open a short. Really simple way to trade. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Then we saw this as a bear flag, and we continue. The measured move said we were going to go further down to 1531, and we went all the way down to 15340, right? And now you can clearly see that it looks like we're going to start the morning off with a nasty dump to the downside. I mean, that's a bear flag, right? You do have some strong divergence, though. But to me, it tried to play out, and like it really hasn't given you much. And the stochastics are telling me that this wants to break. So it may not break, but there's a POC right there. So if the NASDAQ goes lower than 15,394 and psychologically 400, that's likely dropping to the downside of 15.3, right? So right there, the 15-minute is showing you, look, and then you have an SR flip here. If you flip it upside down, like previous support becomes resistance, I would play that all day for a bounce up on the falling wedge. Same story on the other side, upside down. So the NASDAQ looks like you may wake up to making some money on the short side here to the downside, all right? I believe the rates won't move, but he's going to come in and speak pretty bearishly about raising rates or something. They're going to have to give up, you know. Something about your voice soothes them. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. It's okay. You can admit it. I go back to the salt mines this week. Going to try to retire coming spring. Okay. I just want to become a lifer. Been watching a month straight. You can do it, man. You can do it. Just stay, you know. Hey, short the NASDAQ, maybe the best short of your life. Right? You never know. Make sure you have. Don't do what I'm looking at here, but you're going to make sure you have the education to make sense for you to do. All right. Let's take a look at the ES1 S&P futures. They should be in a similar situation, wanting to short on the 15. Exact same story here, right? And then we'll look at our dollar. So to me, it looks like we wake up tomorrow morning for some type of bloodbath for whatever reason. And I could be wrong. We could reverse back up and everything will be like, why did Lifer say that? Everything was great. The 1 hour wants to come back up. It's just the 15-minute. Chance that we just go sideways here. and then we get a beautiful reversal. It's not over, you know. What you want to see is, do we break back above and retest? If we retest there, then you can get a chance to come back to the 200. And you do have the divergence pump to the 200, right? Chance we get a reversal here. Just be careful if we never get back above 4,500, 4,507. Your measured move would take you further down to 4,480. One day I hope to be one of the Lifer Show, to be on the Lifer Show. Love you, bro. God bless. Happy 1,000. Alex O Crypto. Hey, man, whenever you want, man, let us know. Sam, my man, can you check STORJ? We'll take a look at STORJ from Stas, my man. Somebody will give away some membership soon. God is love, my man. Let's take a look at STORJ. Why does it do that when I'm doing that? There it is. Okay, last time we looked at it, what were we saying? That it could get a bounce to the upside, but that it was too far away from the 21-day moving average, especially on the daily time frame. Easy short to the downside, in my humble opinion. Right? Short that back to the 21. All right? It'll move something like this. Boom. And you got more downside. MACD also, RSI. Take that short, man. So likely. And don't look back. Again, do whatever makes you happy. I'm not telling you what to do. I would take a short back to the 21-day moving average personally. And gifted by GF Burke. Thank you so much for the membership, man. You're the man, dude. What a beautiful evening of celebration. 1,000 episodes of love and education. Shout out to Love and Learning. Thank you for being here. May God bless you all. And it shows the power of the Lifers. 472 people. Right? Over $1,000 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for the love. We appreciate it. And Jessica jumped on in. You deserve it, Jessica. I'm really happy you're the one that got that membership. So cool. She sniped it. She's spot on. She wanted it. She wanted it more than everybody else, so she got it. Isn't that funny how that works? You know? Because like you had to be there to grab that, right? I mean, just amazing. And there's a chance JOYSTREAM does continue there on that daily. This GODE looks like it wants to pump on the daily. See this GODE chain? It's just super beat now with the divergence. Like, almost looks like it has to pump a little bit. And I usually don't like, getting at the very bottom, but this thing looks like it just can't get sold much more. I wouldn't trade it personally, especially tonight. I'm just, almost conversationally talking about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it pump to the upside. It's got to break that trend line, right? You live the life you live. You create the life that you want. As long as you're not hurting anybody and you're creating love around the world and you're helping others, then I just believe that your business will thrive. Whatever you're putting your heart and soul into will thrive. There's no reason why you can't continue to love and you can't continue to learn and you can't continue to help others every single day of your life, And if you make that your business, how could you lose? And look at JOYSTREAM just absolutely blasting to the upside, up another 9%. It's blasting as we speak right now. It's really hard to trade this thing because it's such a small market cap that it just kind of almost have to gamble on it in a way. Like the TA isn't perfect on it, but the TA did play out, on the bigger time frames like the 1 hour. But that thing's mooning. It still has room to go. It's about to hit resistance now. We'll see what happens when it hits. Look for it to break out and then retest resistance or retest that zone. Never chase a green candle, in my humble opinion. I don't do that. So. Right when someone said the music was tight. Okay. Okay, now, oh wow. Someone has no clothes on. That's kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Dish looks undervalued. True, Creepo. Right? He's like, Creepo, man. Like, oh my God. Oh, and let's look at Prime. Echelon Prime. Don't forget about this thing, right? On Coinbase. It keeps trending a lot on token metrics. I wouldn't be surprised if it eventually, and look, it's been mooning since late July. And then we even had to hear, look, September 2nd, it did pump up to 465 like we were talking about. It's crazy. We eventually did the, remember we first did the TA on like a different time, on the decentralized exchange. I mean, it pumped up. Does it pump back down again? Or do you look at it? I'm almost looking at it like this. I'm looking at to do the GFAL thing, right? And consolidate nicely. I'm going to watch this coin. This is another hot one that could make us some gains here. Prime. Echelon Prime. And Caspa. People want Caspa. They want their Caspa. Remember, I sold Caspa. I showed you guys on the live stream last night. I got in and I decided to get back out. Good thing I did. Took a massive dump down on that 4-hour time frame. 22-hour also, though, recovered pretty fast. Let's do a deep dive on it again. I keep looking at it. This thing has been a conundrum. When do I buy in or do I not buy back in? Is this a double top? So our daily is very overbought. 22-hour, however, has almost reset, But the daily suggests that we go further and we have to come down to the 21-day moving average. And I do trust that the most. And it suggests that this is likely what's going to happen here for Caspa. And we could pull ourselves a fib here. And we could even come back down to the 618. But it tells me that the daily will have to revisit this 21 no matter how good the other time frames look. Like this looks like it can get a big move out. The 4 hours about to pump too. But look, I mean, shoulder, head, and as long as that doesn't make a higher high, then you're in for lower lows. Right? So I trust my daily time frame, and I trust the fact that the 3-day double top there is going to curve back down. And is there a chance I still get my 2.6 Caspa that I've been waiting on all the way back down to the trend line? Nothing is guaranteed, right? But there's a chance we're doing this too here, and we're going to consolidate more sideways, come back down into 3.6. This time I will get a little more at 3.6, but we'll see. But there's a chance that we do go lower, and I'm holding out. I didn't chase. It was hard not to chase. I'll tell you that. I technically did chase, but I scalp chased. And then when I felt like we had a resistance and, there was just a strong bearish div here. See that swing down while this swung up? And this was an M pattern. And I decided to get out right at pretty at the top, 49.7 somewhere there. And then we started to drop to the downside. So let's see what the 4-hour does. If the 4-hour can break back above, you are close to price discovery. I get it, but, and let's watch our 1-hour, which is also very overbought and, still kind of at a lower low. So look at the 1 hour. The smaller time frames, they can start to crush you quick. Shout out to Vitality B for gifting 5 memberships. And BioMEXC grabs one, Manas grabs one, Lotmo Crypto grabs one, Crypto Fever and Crazy Crypto, the fast guns in the space. Boom, boom, boom. Snatch it up, or the fast hands in the space, I should say. The fast mice. They know how to click that mouse extra fast, And that looks like a symmetrical, and I wouldn't be surprised if that starts to break further down here. You go lower than the 200 SMA and you drop. You're getting very overbought. 15-minute too. So, and you now have another resistance that you've just made. You SR flipped like this. Look, resistance, flipped it to the upside, right? Yeah, high volume node. No, down to the high volume. So 38 looks like it's in the cards. Casper continuing to collapse further to the downside. All right. 3-day chart really just getting into contact almost with the 21. Hasn't touched the 21 yet, really. Actually has ways to go till it hits the 21. Just like Acropolis, just like everything else. Remember, every time you're doubt, go back to Acropolis and remember what I told you. Every time you doubt my strategies or your own strategy or your own ideas, go back to what I've told you. Remember this on the 3-day chart. How come this did exactly what I said it was going to do days ago? On the 3rd of September, I told you live publicly in front of the world. 4,000 or 5,000 people may have seen the stream. And I said that we were going to continue to the 21-day moving average, which is this white line. I said price action here on the 3rd of September would drop. And here we are back on the 17th, 2 weeks later, and a beautiful short ensued. All right. I even made massive gains on that short. Crypto Face was nice enough to give me the love, man. If I looked at my notifications and I look through here, let's see here. And he doesn't always, he must have been scanning. But he was like, good job, bro. Because he knows how hard it is to trade an altcoin. Right there, look. I wasn't lying. Crypto Face. Good job, man. When I made 180% shorting AKRO with 20x leverage, I mean, that's no joke. That takes extreme concentration, so bang, 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 Just want to thank you for all the support. And he said the same thing to me, man. What a nice dude, he's a great person. And get me to 18,000 followers here. We're so close on Twitter. ETHgate, something's going on with ETHgate. There was never war with the community, the XRP army. No, I'm not going to get into that right now. But I guess there's something going on, right? Okay. Anyway, so Bitcoin going sideways, looking more bearish than bullish. 4 hours still oversold. The 1 hour getting more oversold, but still could take us down. 15-minute flattened out without giving us the dump. So see what I'm saying? And that was the story. Maybe there's a chance the 15-minute can stay inside the pattern. And lately, that's been kind of the story. This pattern's been getting respected no matter how close how kind of the bears get all crazy and rumble up. And somehow we stay inside this symmetrical triangle. There's been so many chances to break this level. We haven't done it. Now we're a bit of a double bottom here for Bitcoin. So the key is you don't even have to long until you get a pump here above 26.6 and then take that long to the upside there. If you're lucky enough to catch it, and it might be small, it might be on the 30, the 1, or the 5 minute, you don't know. But that bullish retest of 26.6 is going to be our ticket to the moon, at least to 27,000, and we can go from there, right? So I'm not bullish or bearish. I'm open-minded. Anything could happen tonight. Be careful. I'm not trading it, so be careful. There's now bigger liquidity on either end. It's really pretty much even Steven here. It could go either way. We're a little closer to the downside for Bitcoin, but it could go either way for sure. And right now we're bouncing, and we're still technically inside a descending triangle. That hasn't changed. Look, this is still a descending triangle here. All right, let's do better. But there's a flat bottom, and that's a slanted top. I mean, if that keeps going, dump, right? That's a notoriously known bearish pattern. If you break out and you retest, you don't have to worry about that. So if you only play this retest of 26.6, you're going to be pretty spot on. Remember, if the 4 hour can stay above the 200 SMA, we are also in a good shape. So that's one thing that I'm going to keep reiterating and reminding you over and over again here on this Sunday night. All right. My kids love numbers and charts. Amen. Flip a coin. Tails going long. Let's go. Nah, you can't do that. Hong Kong, yep. 25 minutes from now, what at 10? Dreams create words, words create mindset, mindset creates a habit, and habit creates your goal. Jan Leonards, God bless you. Just keep doing the same thing. I'm going to get to 100,000 crypto followers, baby. Hit the like button, baby. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you. And, this guy just said hit the like button, man. I don't think we have to, Anyway. It's been getting exposed for years now, but there's a whistleblower in ETHgate, an insider. Interesting. Always something going down, man. Always something going down. All right. So I've given you my in and out for Bitcoin. I broke down how I would play it, all the levels to watch, the weekly, the 3-day. I've shown you hidden bullish, everything I got, baby. I've given the NQ, the S&P, the total market cap, Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance, and finally TRB, multiple altcoins. Today was an epic night of concentration and just mental, just a lot of mental gymnastics. Let's see, TRB here on USDT, TRB. Why is it doing that? Here's the perpetual. But I know what else. Honey Swap, back in the day, man. Where's the MEXC link? Like, why is it so hard to see it on MEXC right now? Sometimes it's only on perpetual. That may be the case here. MEXC only has it on perpetual. Same story though. Once you get the bearish div in your way from the 21, you short it back to the 21-day moving average. Look at your daily. Your daily is probably super far from the 21. You short it right back down, right? Such simple stuff, right? High stochastics. You'll be overbought. Take it to the downside. Don't second guess it. Let it happen. There's an M pattern there for you too. It's kind of creepy because Bitcoin's kind of making this exact pattern here. See this one? It's like foreshadowing what Bitcoin's likely going to do. But is it time to jump back into TRB now, or is it going to continue to the downside? You know, you pull your fib here from Impulse, and to me it is bouncing off the 786. Ballsy to jump in now. Look at your 1 hour and your 4 hour. Hey, they both all want to bounce though. And your 15-minute can't get it back above the level. You have a resistance here. Yeah, I'd wait for your 4 hour to come and reset to your 200 SMA. I believe it's likely after a huge pump like that, the 4 hour and the 200 have to meet on the, I wouldn't look at it till it gets back to somewhere at $24. You know what I mean? High five, bullish div on the 13. Just be careful over trading tonight, everybody. You have Fed week with Sunday into Monday morning. So you have double volatility, no reason to really put yourself in harm's way. All right. Shout out to Joe Alfio. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Crypto Lifer, much always for what you do in the game. We love you, brother. TA spot on. We love you, Sammy. From all the amazing lifers, we got you. PS5, thank you so much, man. And everyone, I'm going to jump on for the night here, 9:38. God bless everybody here on the live stream. A beautiful hour and 38-minute live stream. I can't believe you guys showered me with love. Over $1,000 in chat revenue from my home studio. AVAX and WLD. Let's take a look at WLD. And I believe it's WorldCoin that is, right? So WorldCoin got a nice bounce. Had to come back down too as well. Oversold. Look at your daily. You need to come back to the 21. Simple. And you're overbought. I wouldn't touch it till it resets. Simple stuff. You know what I mean? You may get a pump scalp on the 4 hour here, but it's likely to be probably short-lived. And maybe a move further down, I could be wrong. You're above the 200 SMA, but even if you lose that on the 4 hour, expect way more down, downside. Looks like you're coming further down to 112, in my humble opinion. And everyone said this was going to be an easy short, if you remember correctly, from $2, because they were just going to, and it really was. It was like really easy money shorting that to the downside. So Crypto Banner put out a pretty good short for that too. You got to give them to them. So, but it was a really easy thing. But he just talked you through it. If you were a beginner, you would have been like, okay. Could have been somebody's first short, and it was like, I can't say guaranteed, but it kind of was guaranteed because the whales had so much of the circulating supply that they were going to dump the thing. Piece of garbage coin, man. AVAX, I love AVAX. I believe it'll be here in the next 4 or 5 years. Good coin, right? $8 AVAX, that's crazy. I remember getting in at $12 was amazing in the last bull run. Wow. An $8 AVAX, that just amazes me. An ecosystem as powerful as that, it's definitely undervalued, in my humble opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right. And remember, if you want to join our trading group, please do. Jump on in today. Hit the Discord. MEXC is where we make all our trades. MEXC is the best place to trade. I'm telling you right now, you will absolutely love MEXC. Okay? Let me show you MEXC right now. Just kind of their interface is great. And also just zero spot maker and taker fees here. Zero spot maker and taker. And zero spot future makers. A taker is when you make the order. Basically, you make a market order. A limit is when you limit in and you create the order on the limit. You know, you limit in with a limit order. So if you limit in, you pay very little fees on MEXC. It's amazing. So shout out to anyone that uses MEXC. Shout out to anyone that uses my link for MEXC. I greatly appreciate that. You really support the channel. You support the lifer. And you give back to all my hard work. I really, really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love. Like, that's an action that means a lot to me. And you have no idea. Thank you. Gratitude is my attitude every day of my life. And that's just an amazing thing. So anyone that hits any link to BOOKMAP, you know, we have ITrust Capital supporting us here today, you know, and ITrust Capital is amazing. You know, you can open up an IRA today with ITrust Capital. Great place to tax-free take advantage of cryptocurrency long term. You can even buy and sell cryptocurrencies inside of your IRA, which you can't do really in any other IRA in the United States, and it's regulated. It's the best. Check them out today. Even just Google them. Hit the QR code or the link below to find more about ITrust Capital. They are sponsors of the channel, and we greatly appreciate it. Shout out to ITrust. We really, really, really thank you for, for supporting me and many, supporting crypto. The way you support crypto is amazing, and you guys are helping mass adoption through what you're doing. So shout out to ITrust, baby. We love you, ITrust. So AVAX at the lowest it's ever been. You either believe in this thing or you don't, right? It's getting to the point where it's challenging people's systems here. And AVAX to me is just at the bottom of its barrel. Like, if you believe in AVAX, this is a great place to begin to build a position in AVAX. Anything could happen, right? You never know. This is kind of where it could all happen, though, for sure. So AVAX USDT. If it loses this level, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's the lowest it's ever been. So this thing could go even lower. Altcoins are bleeding out. And that's what everyone's like, oh, it can't go lower. It can always get worse for the altcoins. I mean, that's why I keep the majority of my account in BTC. Because, look, the worst you could have, you know, if you even got in at 30K, you know, and I started buying Bitcoin at $1,000, $1,500. I have a lot of Bitcoin, 3,000, 5,000, 6,000. So my Bitcoin stash is still way above where it was, you know, in heavy profit. So, but AVAX looks like it's going to continue, man. That move is to 832. Yeah, this is going to have, you're going to have to get some type of reversal at one point and a retest. You know, you got to wait for something to break and get a retest. If you want to swing trade it, if you believe in a long term, these are great, the greatest prices ever. All right. But you got to make that decision for yourself. All right. The 4-hour getting dangerously close to the 200 SMA yet again here. Bitcoin flirting with disaster tonight. More bearish than bullish, and I've given you everything I can for Bitcoin. If I go over it again, I'll probably turn red. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Thank you so much for episode number 1000. If it was Monday morning, I'd be out of control after my workout, like ready to go. But tomorrow we'll probably go pretty crazy again. Shout out to Michael Powell. Shout out to everyone that gave a super chat. Let's just go over the fan funding. I just want to do that and call out every single one of you. This has been an amazing night. One of the top super chat nights we've ever had on the channel. We've had many a night like this, though, if you can believe it. That's how insane this channel is. What? Yeah, $500. Yeah, babe. Ernest Lee, $9.99. Congratulations. Crypto Rambler for $5. Crypto Bellico for $4.99. Crypto Plumber for $10. God is Love for $23.33. Crypto Clown World hooking me up for 10 beans. Frank Glasser for $19.99. Crypto Billy, of course, Givers Giving, Holding the Love, God is Light, and the Path for $49.99. My man asking about Cassie, just throwing in an extra 3.3. Crypto Maniac for $4.99. Manas Truya for $49.99. Unbelievable. Mellis Williams, and that was his first super chat. We love you. God bless you. Mellis Williams for $22.99, and every little bit helps. That's still, do not feel, just because it's next to a 50, that's still unbelievable. $3. We are so blessed. Thank you. Crypto Plumber again for a 10. Crypto Louie throwing down the 5. Happy 1000th episode. We went over AVAX. Keep up the great shows. Media Vibes with the Goose. John Connor. Nathan World for the 50. Tori. Jessica for $4.99. BioMEX for the $1.99. So glad. And happy birthday to BioMEX. Everybody wish BioMEX a happy birthday. Crypto Bob, we can't say it. Wild, looking nice, interesting. $5 Canadian. Stas, my man. And just wow. And then we had Vitality B, GF Burke, Joe Alfo, and Jessica again. I met you in Miami, still trying to convince you to move to Boca. Interesting. I met you in Miami, still kind of convince you to move to Boca. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I do remember meeting you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the $4.99. That's blessings on blessings. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I will see you tomorrow bright and early, 7 a.m. in the trading group, 10 a.m. on the live stream, and we'll have another blast like we do in Tackle this week. It's going to be Fed week. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be an easy week. We have to brace ourselves and get ready and make key decisions here. And don't feel emotional. Take a deep breath. And remember, you do not have to be in a trade. Sometimes the best trade is not a trade at all. Everyone, thank you so much for your gratitude, your love, and support of my channel. And I'll see you tomorrow for a beautiful live stream. God bless. Gratitude is the attitude as you go to bed at night, and I'll see you later on.